pressed it? Oh my God, we're on air.
On air, look,
We're on
baby.
air.
We're on air. Get yourselves on, people. We're live on air now. Midsky YouTube. Yes, SML6, what's
it's
happening?
not working.
Nice one, Monster Energy for the sponsor as well.
Oh,
Good
yeah,
luck,
yeah,
people.
You're on.
We're on
Yeah.
air, baby. We're live and direct. Get yourselves over. I'm going to turn this off now, yeah? So,
Change the camera angle, see if it works. Just see if you change it, see what happens.
peace out, people. Thank you for all the support. And
It's about 5 seconds behind.
we'll be starting the story time in 5 minutes. So,
Take, yeah.
peace out, everybody.
Doing a bit of a test. Testies.
Press the
That's
camera
not
angle.
swearing, is it?
Change it. No. Change the camera angle.
No, that's just testicles. Nah, not testicular.
Right, I'm sorting myself. Hang on.
Press the
Pause there.
Let me just see if it.
Big mid there. Big Rob there.
Yeah, working.
All
Nice.
All gone. All guns blazing.
Get
How
some
long have we
footage
got it?
from over there as well. Just along it.
Should we just do an hour silence?
Yeah, just get everyone's hopes up.
Yeah.
We all sit perfectly still. We'll just say, "Oh, it's crashed." Grim.
Like Beatles in the
So
city.
technically,
Does it?
Is it live?
Exciting, isn't it?
do you mean get
Are
me?
we live? We're live.
Are we live? Yeah, so people, what's happening?
Wait for 4 minutes. And then we'll
You
just
need
go
to keep it up. See if there's any questions being put in. Yeah, don't let me hear myself because I'll freak out.
I can see the comments there. Top chat. Live chat. Right, I've got the comments up on the screen, so if you want to ask any questions, you can ask away and we can see it. I suppose you could get it up as well, Boz, can't you?
How can I get it up? How do I do that, lad?
You just go on
Still learning.
YouTube. You go on
Okay.
YouTube and you can just put it on your screen, and then you can have the comment section up on your phone. You can see if anyone's asking any questions. I'm gonna go.
What's happening anyway, people? I hope you all had a nice day anyway. Because I have.
Andy's just said, "Can the one on the left leave?" That's me.
I'm inclined to agree
I
with you,
understand.
Andy. To be
Mostest with
honest,
the mostest, that.
I would agree, Andy.
I want to make sure that camera's on me. That'll be fine there. Let me see. Me,
Zim,
mic
zim,
levels.
zim, 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 zim.
3 minutes and
So
counting.
just
3 minutes and
Addy,
counting.
said it's a
Everyone,
bit
get
quiet.
your drinks, get your coffees.
It's quiet.
Is it quiet?
Make sure that's nice and close. So just nearly tip the table.
Make sure it's nice and close up to your mouth there.
Yeah, I think you got to be.
How's
like,
that?
I
Let
think
me know how
basically
it
gotta
is.
be
Hey, my
eating
DMs are
your
wide
microphone.
open all the way through this, people.
Pretty
So
much.
any crashes, errors, anything, if you want to even message me for ask me a question, we might do a little Q&A towards the end as well. So message me on Instagram. My DMs are open. I've got my phone on me here. So
It's really hard to angle to touch it. Change these.
Whole thing's just gonna crash because you just started messing with stuff.
Has everyone got a brew? Has everyone made a cup of tea?
get your popcorn out.
Get your popcorn.
T minus 2 minutes till take off.
It's enough time to make a quick coffee.
Yeah, it is.
Get your Rustler's burger in the fridge. No, in the microwave.
Put it back in the fridge.
Microwave
Don't
and
cook it. Just put it back in the fridge.
Don't eat
actually.
that.
Don't need that. It's bad
Don't
for
eat
you.
that.
Bad for you.
Where's my phone? Was that
We're
my
live,
phone?
lad,
That was your
anyway.
phone, then.
Here's our kid, our Sean. Shout out Shosnes to the Shosnes. Me.
Alan ringing.
Shosnes, what's happening, mate?
I've got a minute. Lads.
Got a minute.
Officially live.
Well, you introduce it
Live
now, then.
before live.
Let them know what's going on.
All right. Okay. Are we ready, boys? Are we ready? Saying are we ready? We're just going to be sat here chatting.
Shout
as we
out
are
Dino
now.
the Sage as well, by the way.
Are we ready? We're already live.
I know, yeah. Doesn't matter. So welcome for the first Midsky podcast. How does that feel? It's actually working this time.
Oh,
Actually
lad,
working.
it's been a long journey to get it on, and it's been a long journey to get it going, lad. But we're here. We're finally a year and a year and 5 weeks later. It's crazy, man. It's mad looking back.
So we'll start with introducing ourselves, I guess. I'm obviously Mid. This is my channel, and this is my first podcast. And to my left, I've got Rob Johnson. He's just my pal. You just thought you'd come along to experience the first podcast, didn't you? So
Yeah, just show a bit of
just
support.
show a bit of support to the boys, you know what I mean? And the main star of the show, we've got Backpackboz. There he is. So just tell us, Boz, tell us the story. I want to know what actually inspired it. How did it even come around? First of all, just summarize where what you actually did. We won't go into the details just yet, but what did you do and how did it come around?
So basically, what I did was walked across America from Washington DC, the White House, all the way to a place called Brownsville, Texas. But the original destination was supposed to be Boca Chica Village, SpaceX, to get the attention of Elon Musk, obviously, to get worldwide charity donations and
of course,
boost the said charity. And it come about because a friend of mine, shout out Speedo Man, by the way, as well, basically just rang me phone. Messaged me on Instagram. I spoke to him over the phone and basically just said, like, do you want to go and walk across America? Basically, in a nutshell. And I basically just said, shut the front door, lad. What are you going on about? You know what I mean? Like,
as you would do.
What do you mean, lad? And he was like, well, basically, obviously, the people who he was doing it with, he's been all around the world, Rio de Janeiro to the favelas, done loads of stuff, Morocco, disaster zones, and basically just put it on my toes and just said, they've asked me to come to you. Would you be interested in airing them out? And I basically politely refused and just basically, I just didn't understand why me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
You love walking anyway, right?
Yeah, lad, I do lots of walking, outdoor stuff and all that anyway. I do loads of fundraising and stuff like that, but this was just like obviously a different kettle of fish.
Yeah.
Lad, like,
Because you had your platform before that, didn't you? Cause
I've done
I've
done little bits of hiking and done like accommodated me mate Tyler and Tom and Elliot on a 100-mile run.
Wow.
From Liverpool, from Salford to the top of Snowdon. And so I've done loads of other little bits and we've attempted loads of stuff together, me mates and that. So, but this was just like,
I suppose it's like a too good to be true sort of question.
That's what it was,
like,
lad. And I was just like, what are you on about? All expenses paid, this, that, the other. Doesn't cost you a penny. Do you want to go and walk? And I was just like, well, if it's legit, lads, yeah. Because I'm just down for anything like that, lad. You know what I mean? It's just like, just as simple as that. And then obviously he put me in contact. I started speaking to the investors from about, I think, like November right through. You were trying to get me to go for Christmas, and I just wanted to suss them out and that, you know what I mean? I felt like, well, I did. I had a good connection with them, you know what I mean? And trustworthy connection. And obviously one thing led to another. I said, yeah. They sent me £1,000 English to my bank. And I thought, well, okay, Shand, well,
it's like a crazy.
You got no choice then.
And I was just like, well, Shand, what do we do here now? It's obviously legit. Like they're not taking the piss. You know what I mean? So,
crazy first deposit in it.
And it's just basically go and get what you need, supplies wise. Do you know what I mean? So I just went and fucking. By the way, if you're watching this, just to start off, I bought the best of everything with you, though. By the way, sorry, but. I got the best boots I could find for me feet. I got the best charger pack, the best wires, and I just basically kitted myself out. You know what I mean? And he sent me another £800 or something, book your flights, got myself a brand new passport.
Was it a one-way or did you
both. Well, I made sure, like, do you know what I mean? I had obviously in the back of my head, something could always happen. I need to look after myself in the long run. So I made sure that I had a return flight. Because I was going to Thailand anyway, 5 days after. Do you know what I mean? So I needed to be home for like the 14th or whatever it was of March. So we only had a space of 58 days to do
Oh,
it.
so you had a set amount of days.
Yeah,
Did
so-
you know you could do it in that time?
Well, yeah, because I was going to walk 1,500 miles and then pedal the last 500 on a Tesla bike and turn up outside
Oh, that
SpaceX
makes- yeah.
and be like, yo,
Big
Elon, what's
attention.
happening, lad? Get outside. I want a PG tips, lad.
So was
You know what I mean?
was the original flight home always booked from
The original flight
Brownsville?
was from, no, yeah, it was, sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, because I was going to go past down south to the coast of Boca Chica village, hopefully
Then
meet Elon Musk,
come back up.
and then get myself back to the thing, yo, with the, obviously, time to get home, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how it come about, crazily enough.
So so you'd actually planned it really well.
I had me back up the whole time because he had to. I
Yeah.
just thought it's just too good to be true no matter what. But then
Yeah.
those started coming, which sort of like put me porcupine spines down, you know what I mean? And I
Yeah,
sort of got a little bit, and I just thought it's got to be legit. Went to me family, they all just looked at me and just was just like, well, you're you, lad, you're going to do what you're going to do, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? And some people were just like, what are you up to, lad? Oh, you know what I mean? You've got a good job, you're just going to leave everything and just go and walk across America for these strangers.
Yeah, but you're doing it for like
Yeah.
the right reasons, aren't you?
It's-
Doing it
it's
for
the
charity,
awareness
so-
of-
I did. That's what I'm saying. But like, to leave me job, everything, lad. I just left everything. I left me dogs with me nan. You know me. Me dogs are like me kids. I just left everything, and I just cause what they sold to me, lad. I just thought I can get on board with that all day, every day. You know what I mean? That's what I
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
do. You're giving me the necessary needs to do what I want to do anyway. So it was an opportunity as well for me to start doing what I wanted to do on a bigger platform. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And obviously they promised me the world and this, that and the other, as you can imagine, you know what I mean? But the main cause was obviously mine, do you know what I mean? To raise money, obviously, for mental health. Obviously, I've lost sons of me mates to obviously suicide, and I probably, everyone's lost someone, or you know of someone, or just been a big part of my life since I was 14 years of age when my mate Alice killed himself. So it's just, everything just spiraled from then, I suppose, from when I was 14, do you know what I mean?
Because then you want to do it for the right reasons, don't you? So you're being given that platform to actually
Definitely, lad,
to get
yeah.
out there and do something good.
And potentially help people
Exactly.
along the way, you know what I mean? Because our plan was to stop in every state and give back to the communities, find the most deprived communities throughout America on the route I was doing without going too far off. Even like little things like going into a library and just volunteering for a day and helping all the old women with all the books, done all live streams. And
just helping out the community.
just doing, just even like if there was no like, went into like domestic violence shelters to like bought loads of like groceries and stuff like that for all like the women and the kids and stuff like that. Done loads along the way. Just even like stopping, like obviously America's bad. The homeless in America is just absolutely.
Yeah, I mean it's bad.
It's pretty rife, isn't it?
I suppose it is everywhere. Do you know what I mean? But like,
I think when you look at America though, and you see the streets of like LA, and it's all the cool stuff going on, what you don't see is the background of
that's it. Yeah,
the hundreds of streets that are just filled.
Yeah,
with tents and
definitely. I was having a conversation with me mates the other day about it. Like, I want to go to America on a holiday now and see it that side, because I didn't see that away on a holiday. You know what I mean? I just seen the back roads, the back streets, the tumbleweeds on the roads that no one's driving on. Like I didn't see none of the good stuff really. You know what I mean? Apart from Nashville, and I made the most of it. You know what I mean?
Because I think it is a beautiful place, isn't it? Realistically,
it's unbelievable.
It's gorgeous,
absolutely unbelievable.
I think when you were doing what you were doing, it's very different to what.
Okay, lad. Yeah. We're in the basement now.
Well, that was rude.
Here we go now. Wow.
That was
Here we
rude.
go now.
Sorry. So
yeah, I think when you're doing what you're kind of doing, it's you don't see that, do you? Like you say, you're focused on one task. You're not really interested in that side of it.
No,
you're doing it for your cause.
Yeah. It was, and it was hard, lad, because I'd get into like towns and stuff like that, like even like little old towns, like little villages that were just like little time capsules, and I'd want to stop and like go in the shops and speak to people. And sometimes, like, if it was like in the middle of the day, I was fighting light. Do you know what I mean? So I was starting as soon as light, getting to where I needed to be, trying to be like before dark.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was walking in like the Appalachian Mountains and shit like that, like after dark, and
Which is a pretty creepy place, actually.
It's now I'm home, I know,
Yeah.
but I didn't have no idea, and I was just walking through the Appalachian Mountains with no bear spray,
and you've got
no knife, nothing. You know what I mean? And people started messaging me off me live, like, stop whistling and that.
because you're
Yeah.
attracting all the
You're distracting all the spirits and and I'm like, what do you mean? I've been here for
Spirit. No, well, it's like notoriously haunted, isn't it?
Is it?
Supposedly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that where the Mothman and
It's all mad, lad.
Yeah,
Honestly, if
Is
have a
it?
little look, have a little look into the Appalachian Mountains.
Not brought him in here, have you?
I-
Not giving me no spirits.
I am.
We go and get some
one of those.
sage,
alcoholic.
and he's going to get some sage on stage.
I know, yeah, get the sage
No,
out.
he's-
Yeah,
Sage
man, it
in
was
the
just
room.
mad. It was just mad. But I was walking through them for 3 days. You know what I mean? And just like didn't have no idea. And some random girl messaged me saying like, "Stop whistling on your live."
Stood behind you.
And
So, what do you mean?
Nah, so I've ended the live and went on a message, and obviously, like, what are you on about and that? You know what I mean? And she's like, shutting about all mad spirits, and
Yeah,
so I'm on TikTok then, writing in
was.
that. You know what I mean?
There's a
Yeah,
big
what
thing
is it?
about the Appalachian Mountains,
I
isn't
don't
there?
know, mad
Like,
demons and all mad
Yeah.
stuff. I'm just like, get out of here now, trying to get out of there as fast as I can.
The demons would have been shit themselves here. They would have had some scouser bouncing down with his big rucksack on.
do something, lad.
Do something, lad. What are you gonna do?
Oh, lad, it was bonkers, honest to God.
So from day one, right? You've booked your flight. Where are we going?
So I booked me flight. Basically told me nan, me mum, all my family, my auntie and my uncle and that, done I'm going. 15th of January, 2025. So I left from Liverpool Airport, flew to Heathrow. From Heathrow to New York, then from New York to Dallas, I think it was. No, to Ronald Reagan in Washington, sorry.
That's a long flight.
Got a taxi, didn't walk, not gonna lie. Got a taxi from the airport
Seems fair, though.
to me
Seems fair.
accommodation. And by the way, when I landed, I have never in my life felt cold like that ever in my life.
Really?
It was like -4, but like feels like -14 type of shit when you've got a t-shirt on. You've just landed from Liverpool that you think's cold, and it's really not cold here, lad. You know what I mean? And then obviously got in the taxi, and the taxi's like, yeah, it's the coldest winter in 52 years. I'm like, yeah,
He
man.
didn't say it like that. Did
I
he?
can
Go on,
feel it.
give us your best Yankee accent.
Hey dog. Nah. I haven't got it.
You're
It'll
not
have to
doing it.
come, lad.
You're not
But
doing it. You can't get the
yeah,
scouse out here.
No, he basically said, yeah, it's the coldest winter, 52 years. And I was like, oh, right, sound. Yeah, I've just come to walk to Texas. And he just looked at me and was just like, yeah, sound, all right, lads, yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
You know what I mean?
If you say so.
Didn't believe a word they said, I don't think, to be honest with you. But yeah, and got there. Basically couldn't get me accommodation, the Airbnb, for about 4 hours. So I was sat outside with Reggie. Shout out Reggie, if you're watching this, the next door neighbour to the first Airbnb. You said you were going to watch it. And obviously I've had a long flight. And yeah, ended up sitting with Reggie and having some medicine on his doorstep. And
what do you need? Well, we better not disclose.
yeah, no, just keep it PG. But we had
Just
some
PG.
medicine on the
Just medicine.
doorstep, lad,
Just
and
medicine.
obviously brought me anxiety and that down and chilled me out. And we had a good chat, told him what I was doing, and he rang the landlord for me to get me in the
Oh, that's nice.
property.
Nice.
Went asleep, woke up, and then proceeded from that property on the 16th of January. Got another taxi to the starting line, yeah, from where I was staying.
I mean, you're saving them legs for the big journey, aren't you? That's what you're doing,
Just
the
saving
main
save-
them.
part,
save
the
the
main
boots
part
as
of the
well,
journey,
yeah.
lad, you know what I mean? I was starting from the White House, lad, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the starting line. So I got to the White House, and I wanted to, like, I wanted to get right outside, lad, but I couldn't because it was the ordination, is it? Me American mates will kill me for this or that. Where he comes in,
Auguration.
augation.
Auguration.
Yeah, that thing, yeah,
Auguration.
anyway.
Rob,
Sorry,
you shoulda-
dog.
You should have got that. I feel like that's your knowledge, your wisdom, mate.
You know where Donald Trump gets sworn in and that.
Inauguration. Where's my
The way you're
camera?
saying that's my
Someone
Inauguration.
camera.
comments. Someone
Inauguration.
comments.
Someone comment. What is it?
yeah.
What is it? 'Cause
Anyway, yeah, Donald Trump was getting sworn in like 2 days after I landed. So obviously it was like caged off, it was like a movie set. Washington's like a movie set anyway, and there's just fellas, Secret Service, just sat with MP5s on the corner, and I'm just walking around with my GoPro, like, what's happening, mate? You all right, lad? How are we, bro? Hey, where's this place and that place? Ended up sitting with a sick fella. He was at like a protest point outside the White House that had been there since like 1974 or something.
He'd been there.
No, it had been there.
He's just sat there since
it was his thing, yeah. So
yeah.
basically the Supreme Court used to said to him, if you can stay there,
yeah,
but if you ever leave there, you can't ever come back. So basically someone's been on that post since like 1976. I can't remember what it is. But,
not the same guy, I assume.
No, not
just for reference.
No, but it was a fella who basically was an ultra runner who'd ran across countries and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
and he was giving me all crazy knowledge. Now, bearing in mind, lad, I hadn't trained for like 12 months. I was sat on the couch and I just basically got off the couch on Artbourne Avenue and just went to America and started walking 25 miles a day. Not a yard of training, nothing. And this fella's just like, yeah, I've ran 150 miles from here today through Morocco and da-da-da-da-da. Like, yeah, man, hey, any maps, lad, so you can write stuff on? And he was giving me all routes and telling me about all elevation and how to walk with me bag on. And, lad, it was like I was meant to meet him, you know what I mean, before I started. And then he was like, when are you starting? I'm like, 23 minutes. And he was like, what? And it was just sick, lad, you know what I mean? And then I think I left Washington from about 2 o'clock and just started walking, lad. That was it. Didn't have nowhere to stay that night. Nothing.
Is there anything going through your head at that point? When you're just walking and you're just thinking, that's it.
Let's just have it, mate. Let's fucking
just get as far as you can.
I've got a video on my phone there, yeah. And I'm just leaving the White House, yeah. And it says 1,999 miles to go. I'm a mile in, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, what's happening? Let's go. Fucking woolly hat on, fucking GoPro, gloves, and I was just off, lad.
So were your starting ones where you've got the picture in front of the White House?
Outside the White House, that's where I started, lad, yeah. And then I think I'd done like, because to be honest with you, I'm not going to lie, I probably burnt myself out that day because I thought I was Iron Man. I was running and that with me bag on and that, thinking I was a lunatic and that, you know what I mean, for like 2 miles and then stopping breathless. And I think I'd done like 19 miles in however many hours, I couldn't even remember, lad. And it was treacherous, like 4 foot of snow. I had to walk on the road. It was just icy as hell. It was absolutely crazy, you know, lad. And I don't know. It was just madness. The whole first day was just uphill. And I got to, it was a Holiday Inn. It's gone now. I always remembered this first place, Orlet, I think it was called. And I remember seeing the first bit of civilization coming down this hill. And there was
how many miles did you walk?
I think it was 19 miles. I think it was the first day, lad, yeah. And then I come down this big hill for the first time. It was like Harold and Kumar get the munchies. Have you seen it when they first see White Castle?
When you see the White Castle.
And I was just like, oh, you know what I mean? I was like, yes. Yeah. And then I sat down in the lobby. The woman just went, just have 5 minutes, lad. Yeah. I just sat there, lad, just deflated, knackered. And then just thought, lad, it's day one. It's literally day one. You haven't even done a full day. You know what I mean? And it was just, and then from there, lad, I suppose you just had to switch off, lad. You know what I mean?
I guess you could sort of just go in like, just as autopilot every day.
I think it took me a couple of days. It was more like the excitement and the adrenaline kept me going for like the first like 5 days. Do you know what I mean? And I was just getting up, boom, waking up, doing 50 press-ups, 50 sit-ups, and boom, bag on, going. I was just militant, you know what I mean? Just going. Because I was excited to be there, though, you know what I mean? And I was like, sort of like self-invested, lad, you know what I mean? And it was like, I've got this mission to do. I need to prove myself wrong, and I need to prove people who were maybe looking a little bit fingo and like always like doubted me and shit like that, you know what I mean? And just thought, this is like, I can actually do this, you know what I mean? And knew in my own mind, like, I could do it, you know what I mean? And I just thought, it's literally just walking every day with your bag on. That was it. Do you know what I mean? And then it's like when you look on the map, yeah? This is what it was like. It was like when you look on the map, yeah, and you see something, and you're looking at like the whole of Mexico, yeah. And you're like, yeah, that looks boss, blah, blah. and then you click on the thing and it goes right in. Do you know what I'm
then you
saying? And
realise
it was
the
like,
actual-
once I was there on the road, and I was like, fuck, this is far.
And you realise the actual extent.
Yeah, I
of
knew what I
you're
knew,
doing.
and I thought, what have you done, lad?
What
You know
are you
what I thought?
doing
What
here?
have you signed up for here, lad? You know what I mean? But I just thought, lad, you're in America. You haven't paid a penny up to now. Like day 3, day 4 hasn't cost me a penny. I'm already doing shit what some people will never ever do in their life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I haven't even done nothing yet. I've just been walking through the woods, but in America.
Have we said what you were walking in? Have we gone through that?
Well, day 3 up to day 4. Day 3, I was in a pair of Scarpa boots. And then day 4 onwards was a white pair of them. Here's the camera. Was a white pair of them,
Your middle camera.
with fluff inside, because they were the only ones that I could find. Yeah. And they lasted. I should have really brought them, man. But all the real people who followed me will know. I walked the soles off them. They had holes in the bottom. And I had to buy inner soles, Dr. Scholl's, for the sponsor, inside the Crocs ×2, and then put the Crocs on and walk until I found another pair, which was like a week later.
So for those that don't actually know, why did you have to swap to Crocs? Because you've got like the best boots, essentially for walking.
Simply because the feet I had like put myself in. I was basically, for people that don't understand elevation gain and stuff like that, I'll break it down. Yeah, I basically walked 8,000 feet more than the highest mountain on the planet, Mount Everest. So my elevation gain every day was as much as I was walking. So I was constantly like that.
Yeah, going
vertical.
yeah.
So, and obviously I've got a bag on my back that I almost 1,000,000% packed. Way too much shit. Just
all your
trying to
essentials though, your teddies. And that.
yeah, all of that, lad. You know what I mean? All everything I needed. Me search, but I had a quiz book and everything on me. That was dead heavy.
What?
And I should have
The
just,
quiz book
I
was
should have
heavy.
just,
What
which
you doing
me
quizzes?
mate, lad, for the plane and that to keep me brain working because it was a long journey,
Oh,
lad. You
great
know what I mean?
shout,
And I
though.
thought I can't throw that away because it's me nan's. You know what I mean? She'll kill me, lad. But it weighed a ton. You're on it, lad, and it was in my bag the whole time, and I
big
had to give it
question
to Enrique about 3 weeks in.
So you didn't return the quiz book to you?
No, Nan, sorry. I do apologise.
Sorry, Nan.
Yeah. But I did do some that you give me on the plane, so thank you. It helped me.
It's stimulus, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
It
lad.
is one thing
It
to
helped,
keep you
lad,
ticking
yeah.
over. It's
It helped that.
I love
but
an arrow word or something
yeah.
like that.
It was. It had to go, Nan. I'm sorry.
So, I mean, the big thing that everyone probably wants to know is what happened. What happened with the charity, mate? What? Tell us, because I mean, obviously, me and you have touched on it, and we've sort of gone through a few bits, and like we've been wanting to do
I
this.
need
for,
to take this off. So yeah,
for
by
a
the way,
while.
shout out Boiler Base UK.
Go on, get your shout out in there.
Yeah, just gonna put it there so
We can see it. There we
in a
go.
minute.
Here we go. Get Midsky in there in the boiler base.
Yes,
boiler
lad.
base UK Midsky. There we go. Shout out.
So this is the bit where we're going to talk about the title.
Title.
The title, isn't it?
Getting left for
Well, yeah, the
freaking
What
dead,
really
mate.
happened to Boz in America?
Yeah, the title of the video. Getting left for dead by a charity. So we need to probably touch on that, don't we? So obviously we know about your walk. We know what you were doing. We know where you're leading up to it. What happened?
So after about day 12, the main guy, Mustafa, he basically started getting a little bit funny, but wasn't at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Started getting a bit more, let's say, stern, bit more straight to the point, stop beating around the bush. Basically, they couldn't understand why I hadn't gone viral yet. I wasn't doing enough. I needed to start streaming on their X. I needed to start streaming on Kick. I needed to set this multi-platform stream up to do this. And lad, to be honest with you, lad, yeah, man to man, lad, I was like a little pussy at first because I just thought my whole world was in their hands, lad. Everything, you know me, like literally everything. Like I'd invested shit into that, into the what we'll get to in a minute. Sorry. And basically it just started getting a little bit spicy, you know what I mean? A little bit. They started like, it went from like we had a plan. Obviously, I said at all times I wanted £1,000 in my bank at all times in case anything ever happened as a security fund.
I mean, that's
It's reasonable.
It is reasonable.
That was my main like rule about accepting the challenge. I need financial security, and I need that at least £500 to £1,000 in the bank, so I can always at least front 90% to a flight home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
In case of an emergency.
Anything, or even like even getting robbed or anything, bro. You know what I mean? I was walking through Memphis and shit like that, lad. I could have easily got robbed for anywhere along the way, lad. Do you know what I mean? And I nearly got shot by a farmer like 3 days in, nearly killed me. Literally, as blunt as that, like, because I walked across his land, bro. Damn you, Google Maps as well. You nearly got me killed.
And Americans,
you know what I mean?
Blame Google.
Took me down this way, lad, and I'm seeing all no trespassing, but it was like too pingo to like go back. You know what I mean? And anyway, ended up getting followed by this farmer in this big ranch.
Did you speak to the farmer? I bet he didn't have a fucking
Nah, he
clue
pulled
what you
over,
were
lad, and
saying.
nearly fucking went fucking all guns blazing, lad.
Yeah.
Nearly fucking killed me, lad. Yeah, and then 5 minutes later, the busy car pulled up in front of me and said, "Listen, I've got to get you out of here, lad."
Yeah.
I told him what I was doing. He was like, "Totally respect your challenge, lad, but
You got a lift off it.
yeah,
Is that the
4
one where you
times, bro. Nearly got nicked 4
Is it?
times.
4 times.
Yeah,
Really?
4 times,
Didn't
lad.
they give you?
Indicted, should I say?
Yeah. Didn't they get you have to pick you up from somewhere?
Yeah, lad, it was from outside this
From-
hillbilly fucking. I was in like a mad, crazy trailer park on Simpsons, lad. It was. It was
You and Cletus.
It was mad, lad. Honest to God, it was mad. And this was like day 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You don't
And
think what else is?
I just thought-
what else is going to be in store?
yeah, so about day 12 anyway, whatever. Started getting a little bit tingo, so I started doing like my own little side quests and that, because like I'm saying to them, look, I've come here to do charity through America, yeah.
Mm.
We haven't done no charity. I've done it off my own back and used my own dough
Yeah,
outside Washington. We've fed all the homeless. Spent like $190 on like X amount of food outside Washington, outside the White House, and give it all to the people at the protesting thing and that, you know what I mean? And so yeah, I was like sort of in still like a little bit of like a pussy mode, you know what I mean? Sort of like bending over backwards for them, lad, you know what I mean? Even though what I was doing every day was beyond enough, just walking, do you know what I mean? And so yeah, days are going by and like it's getting harder to get money off them for accommodation. I'm arriving accommodations. Now they know where my accommodation is like 3 hours before I'm getting there. And then I'm getting to the accommodation and it's not paid for. And I'm sat there for like 3 hours waiting for them. Now, lad, I've been walking since 8 o'clock this morning. By the way, I was losing from 4,000 to 6,000 calories a day. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even, and obviously you need a standard, 3 or 4 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And lad, that's 10,000 calories a day. Lad, I was probably putting less than 1,500 in my body. Do you know what I mean? For after like the first week. The first week was fucking, I can't fault. Do you know what I mean? Because but I had the money.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They'd sent me money before I left. So I was in control of everything. But then as soon as that ran out, they were supposed to start paying me $800 for the week. That was for me accommodation and all my food. Obviously, about $25, $30 a day for food. Yeah, which is reasonable, yeah. If you're not walking all them miles, do you know what I mean? That was like 3 days.
You need to feed it, don't you? That's
do you know what I'm saying? I'm having to eat like breakfast before I leave. I'm having to load up on like carbs and that where I can and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? And like slow releasing foods. And lad, after that, it was just chaos. It just. He started like passing the blame. He started like passing from one investor to the other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like sort of like I'm just gonna out every one of them. You know, his name was Sideman. Yeah. So I hope if you've got any other business with that lad, I hope it absolutely crashes and burns. But yeah, Mustafa had passed it to Sideman had passed it to Jack had passed it to someone else, and then I just ended up flipping, lad. You know me, like I'm not soft, lad. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a divvy, lad. And it got to the point where I was starting to get scared, lad. Do you know what I mean? That's what I kind of started snapping, lad. Do you know what I mean? And like,
you have every right to.
you better get the money in my
5,000.
bank. Like, obviously, lad, I only had a set amount of money to fall back on myself. And I was doing everything I could to not use my own shit because they told me I didn't have to spend a penny. So some nights I'd pay for a gaff instead of waiting for them. And then trying for days, it'd take me days to get that dough back because they'd have to pay for that gaff and that. You're supposed to be Brewsteed. These are supposed to be investors that are investing in over a 50 grand mission.
And these are the people that are supposed to be looking after you.
Exactly that.
Whilst you're in a different country on their behalf, representing charity.
Like, they promised. Obviously, I know in every circumstance, you know, when everything's too good to be true, whatever, you get promised the world by a certain thing, and, you know, you should take it with a pinch of salt, and it did, but not as much as it should, you know what I mean? And, like, obviously, the hardest thing for me is, lad, to be totally honest with you, lad, is the fact that I invested my whole life into their belief that I agreed with.
Well, it's your job.
Everything, lad. Do you know what I mean? I quit my job with me mate. I worked for me mate. I quit my job.
Well, you left everything behind.
I left, lad, and my dogs are like my kids, lad. It was the longest I'd ever be away from them for, lad. I've been, you know what I mean? All my life I've had a lad. I haven't left aside, you know what I mean? And it was hard, lad. It was hard, you know what I mean? Because it was like, they sort of like, I got on fully on board with what they were doing, do you know what I mean? And then obviously,
well, you know, they promised you the world. You were asking for the world. You were asking to be kept safe and backed in a different country,
lad. I was merely asking for a roof over me head.
Yeah,
bro.
so
I was carrying a hammock and a tent at all times off my own back, and I had to blag them to get that, to say, why don't I do a little outdoor night to try and do like a 12-hour stream through the night, a Backpackboz in the Virginian woods. Do you know what I mean? Making shelter, eating whatever cooking on a fire, setting up camp on a hammock, and and they were like, bro, do it. Yeah, sick, it'll get the thing up, it'll get the views up.
That's all they were asked about, though, really.
All he were asked about, lad. All he were asked about, but... And then, like, it got to the point, lad, yeah, like, I was getting to me accommodation of a night, yeah, in certain times, because it weren't the same time every day, you know what I mean? It was different time. Like, I could get there at 11 o'clock at night, lad, because it would be the only one I could get to. Do you know what I mean? I'm in the sticks in the middle of nowhere, lad, most of the time, and obviously, I'm on my own, bro. You know what I mean? Like, no one can understand the word I'm saying. We speak English, yeah, but I don't speak English, lad. I speak Scouse, lad. Do you know what I mean, lad? I speak it at 100 mile an hour for people that talk dead slow, and do you know what I mean?
Man,
like,
you okay, man?
Lad, I got to certain places and give them my passport, and they were like, no. And I was like, what do you mean? And they were like, no, we need your ID. And I'm like, bro, that's ID, lad. That's the best form of ID I can give you.
That's how I got into the
country,
you know what
I mean? That's how I'm here, lad. And they were like, no. Driver's license. And I was like, well, I haven't got one, bro. I'm in America walking. I don't need a car. Do you know what I mean? Read the jumper, bro. You know what I mean? I'm walking 2,000 miles, and they'd have to go into the back, and this one place, I'm terribly sorry, I forgot the names, but I stayed there I ended up getting snowed in and stayed with them for a couple of nights, lad, and they didn't look after me, bro.
Was that like a...
It was in Brownsville, but in Tennessee, not Texas, where I was heading to, but it was the same name, do you know what I mean? And they put me up, and she helped me. She knew, like, I told them all about what I was doing and what they were doing to me at this point. And, like, she gave me a room on bail and that, you know what I mean? So, like, for people who don't know what that means, like, she gave me the room for free and I'll pay it later. So, yeah, and
that's on bail.
That's on bail, yeah. So, basically... She gave me the room on bail for like 2 hours until I could get the dough off them, you know what I mean, to pay for it. Because at this point, lad, all my dough's gone.
Yeah.
I've got nothing now. I'm relying on them every day. And I no $500, no £1,000 in the bank to rely on nothing. I'm talking like $80 a day. And I had to get it, and like they started paying for the rooms. Because they thought I was like, don't know, they went all weird. As if like, they'll pay for the room from their end, and then they'll just send me $30 for that day so I can get food. Do you know what I mean?
Which isn't enough food for a man.
In some cases, lad, I'm in the middle of nowhere, yeah. Uber won't even come to me for a scram, bro. Lad, I'm talking like in the middle of nowhere, lad. I've never been that far inland
Yeah.
in my life.
Yeah.
Like, I was literally just in the wilderness, lad, in, like, a motel called, like, something daft, like Destiny's Child or something. And it was just every single one of them was just bedridden. Fucking no hot water. Pfft, lad, crazy conditions.
No Uber Eats would not go down well for you.
What, no Uber Eats?
You'd suffer
I
terribly,
love an
wouldn't you?
Uber Eats,
You were
mate.
Uber Eats head, lad, yeah.
He loves an Uber Eats,
I
him.
love an Uber Eats. That one's
It's a
speed
bad
dial.
habit, that, you
It
know.
is a
I
bad
think
habit.
I've heard him order 3 in
About
one night.
40 quid
I've
for
had-
the Mackies for
three-
you and your missus.
If I go out on a Saturday night, mate, I have 3 Uber Eats or
Ooh,
something.
And one in the morning.
This guy's got
One-
paper.
one in the morning as well.
Spend it all on Uber Eats.
Favorite
Uber
favorite
Eats,
order.
hey, Uber Eats, shout out to Uber Eats as well. We want to sponsor.
Yeah.
Josh spends all his
Sponsor
wages
Uber
on you.
Eats, we'll get one in now.
Favorite order on a Sunday morning from hit about 7 Lucasade.
Well, that's when I'm hungover, that, innit?
Get the hydration and the electrolytes back.
Yeah, that's it.
But we're not here to talk about you. Stop trying to steal limelight.
Yeah,
So yeah, at this point, right, you are pretty much stuck in America now. You don't know it.
Yeah.
But that is pretty much the start of it, isn't it?
What did you end up? Did they just stop fun? Did they just pull fun?
So let's get to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, so I've basically, it was horrible. By the way, Barclays as well. Barclays went down, if you remember, at some point last year, yeah. Barclays went down for days. And Barclays was my port of call with all my money. So Barclays, I never had a scran for 4 days because of you.
You owe him a scran.
Yeah, you owe me a
Yo-
scran.
Yo, I'm an Uber Eats.
Nah, but lad, I was absolutely depleted. I had nothing, no food for days, no water, lad. I was literally living off what people were giving me.
Mm.
I was, every time I seen a gas station or anything like that, I was going in, not a penny on me, just going in.
I love the way you called it.
Do you know what I mean? Speaking to the woman I love, and I just even do like, lad, it's mad because it was like proper, like, it proper gave me an insight to how homeless people must actually live, lad. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was literally begging people, bro, you know what I mean? I'd gone there to make a difference over mental health, lad, and my mental health's getting battered every day. Do you know what I mean? And they just didn't care, bro. They did not care. They just kept putting more and more and more pressure on me and walked like, within 4 days, yeah, within the 4 days leading up to getting to Memphis, lad, yeah, I'd walked 110 miles with like 2-mile hitchhikes, 3-mile hitchhikes or something in the process of them 4 days, yeah. And I literally, it was like 108 miles in like 5 days or something 4 or 5 days. Me mate Tyler Rawlinson, who was me PA for every single thing over there. I couldn't have done it without him, lad. He was like, I'd be live and he'd have gaffs 10 miles in front, lad. There's a gaff here, it's this much. And I'd know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And lad, I could,
just making sure.
and he
you
was
got
sending
where
me
you were
links.
safe.
He was keeping me on track. He'd like, because I was live, he was on his map on WhatsApp the whole time. I was WhatsApp live to me mate Tyler at home. And he was like, Boz, you're going off track. Do a little right here, lad. Do you know, and I'm in America, bro, because I'm on live.
Like your guy in the chair.
And he was just, lad, he was just bump. So we named him he was me PA, lad, you know what I mean?
PA.
So,
And that's what you
Tyler,
think,
I love you, lad. Thank you very much.
you think they'd be doing that.
But
Considering.
that's what was supposed to be done, lad.
Yeah.
So then, obviously, yeah, so basically, lad, yeah, I got to about, can't even remember where it was, Barlett it was called, just outside Memphis. And like, I knew it was coming, lad, you know what I mean? I knew this was coming. I was saying to me mate and that, I was saying to Tyler and that at home, it's you know what I mean? He was saying, lad, they're going to pull the plug, lad. And this whole time, they've had a meme coin, yeah, called Save Our World.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, they had a meme coin, yeah, using my face.
Where's that money going to then? Into charity or?
Well,
Into fucking Mustafa's pocket. The little rat. Anyway. Yeah, so anyway, these have told me this about a week or so in or something like that. They mentioned it before I went, but lad, I don't understand it all. Do you know what I mean? I just, whatever. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to do it for what I'm going to do it for, and that's why I'm going. So, yeah. Anyway, we're at Memphis, which is supposed to be one of the most deadliest neighborhoods, cities
Dangerous cities in America.
yeah. And where I booked the Motel 5.
But you're a Scouser, though.
Well, I'm a Scouser,
You are
lad,
a
you know what I mean, lad?
Scouser.
And Scousers don't get knocked out, lad, you know what I mean?
Hey, Paddy the Baddy, shout out Paddy the
Shout out
Baddy, go
Paddy
on,
the
lad.
Baddy as well. But yeah, lad, I got there and this gaff was like a prison. The motel I was staying in was like a prison, locked in, bum, 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 bum. So I'm stood there and I'm at the thing and the fella's asking me for my ID and that, lad, yeah? And this dude just pulled up out of a car, come straight over to me and just G-checked me.
What do you mean?
Like, just come over and I'm like, what's happening, bro? What are you doing here? Straight away, bang on me toes as soon as I got there. Yeah, it was right on me toes, just stood right to me face, nose to nose.
Yeah.
Big coloured guy, yeah. Dreads and that, lad. I've got my bag on. I've got like a £300 charger pack in my hand with my phone, charging. Everything's just hanging out because I'm checking in, you know what I mean? I'm like at ease sort of thing, do you know what I'm saying? And he just comes straight out of this car, bang, jumped out. What's happening? I'm like, what's happening, bro? And he's like, yeah, man, what? I'm like, well, what, lad?
He's just trying to get a room.
I said, I'm just coming to stay. And he said, where are you from, bro? You know what I mean? He's like, where are you from, dog? It's like I'm from Liverpool. And he's like, no idea. I'm like, Paddy the Baddy, the Beatles.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, bro. He's like, lad, be careful round here, you know? And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, you're a white guy. You've got a big bag on. And he's like, what's that nice thing in your hand? And I just thought, I'm getting robbed here.
No.
I said, that's a charger pack, that, lad. It's no good, lad. It's broke. Yeah, just like, and he was like, he said, lad, when you get in your room, I wouldn't come out your room. Through backpack fashion. Me followers will know. Got in my room, took my bag off, left all my goodies in my room, barricaded my door up and went outside and went for a little mooch around Memphis, didn't I? Because he had to just see what it was about, lad. You know what I mean? Lad,
After being told that?
After being told, I just went for a little mission and then woke up the next morning.
Spoiler, he made it out of Memphis.
Yeah, I made it out of Memphis, yeah. So
Just a spoiler.
Hence the name, I made it out alive, yeah. So from Memphis, it just went. That was it. You were gone.
That was it.
It was just one of them. There was one of them still in contact with me because he was crying down the phone and that to me, lad. His wife and all that had left him. He'd invested everything into this and his own cousin, or well, so what he was saying, which was his cousin or his very good friend or whatever, lad, was he took everything. He just sold the whole meme coin, shut shop, and just took whatever was left. Took everyone's dough. So I'm just in Memphis, like, wait there a minute. So all my dough's gone. Yeah. And everyone who I've told to invest in it's gone. And he's like, yeah, but not only that, lad, he's the money man. So I'm like, what do you mean, bro? And he's like, bro, I've probably got about $800 in the bank. That's it. I'm like, bro, you're supposed to be like rich. You're supposed to, and he's like, no, Mustafa's the money man. We've just invested into his idea.
Yeah, and he's done it.
And I'm like, so why have I been sold this, that, and the da. So it all started coming out, all like, do you know what I mean? And I'm just like, I'm just stood in the middle of Memphis, yeah, and I'm just like, what do I do? What am I doing? I'm 1,000 miles in, lad. I've got like 850 miles still to walk across 4 states. I've only done 2 states. Do you know what I mean? I've got like 3 or 4 states I still had to walk through. I was stood looking at the bridge from Memphis, from Tennessee, Memphis over to Arkansas. Yeah. And I was just like, if I go across there, I'm going literally into the middle of nowhere for about 5-6 days. Not a church, not a building. The odd gaff. That's why I'd got a hammock and that. Do you know what I mean? Because I was going to rough it for them 4 or 5 days.
Part of the journey.
Because I got told by people over there, if you see a church, go to the church. They'll let you in and they'll let you sleep in a church.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So obviously it's a religious country, lad. So I was just banking on it. Got me rosary beads there. Yeah, man. So anyway, shout out the Lord and Saviour, Jesus Christ. And
Christ is King. Christ is King.
But yeah, lad. So that was me hope. And shout out Julie and Shelley, man. They took me. I just went for a little mooch while I was trying to work out what I was going to do, lad. I thought, you know what, I'm never, ever going to be in Memphis and in this situation again. Let's just go for a mooch.
Yeah. That's right, because as men, it's ingrained on us.
Yeah.
If I'm picturing this scenario now, and most men will go, I won't be asked me, I just do it, do you know what I mean?
I thought I thought you was going to say, did you have a wank?
Well,
Loads,
I was coming on to that, actually. Emotion, fear, depression. It's mental health, isn't it?
Lad, it was like, at this point, it was like, I was preparing with me mate Tyler every day on the phone for survival, lad. I knew what was coming. I knew, lad, it was just crazy, bro. And I knew I had to sort of just like, and everyone's saying to me, lad, and I had people from all around the world, yeah, places I've never even heard of, yeah, messaging me saying, bro, go to the nearest airport, I'll buy you a ticket home. What are you doing? Get out of there. Like, why are you still doing it? They've left you. And it was more, lad, for me to just like, nah, they're not defeating me. You know what I mean? They're not defeating me. I've come all this way. I've done the whole 2 states in a pair of Crocs, something no one's ever done. Yeah, and I'm doing the whole thing, lad. I'm not going to Boca Chica Village no more. The plan had changed. It was just get the airport. You know what I mean? That was it. It was just get from Memphis to the airport and try my best. But I only had, bearing in mind, I was 1,000 miles in. I still had 1,000 miles to go, but I was more than halfway.
Yeah.
Because of all the messing and shit like that.
Yeah,
and I spent 3 nights in Nashville because I couldn't get contact with them for a night or two. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a terrifying scenario.
Lad, it was, thinking back about it now, lad, it was just absolutely, I was just exhausted, lad. You know, I just physically and mentally exhausted, lad. I was carrying this bag which just got heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier, lad. And I just like I started waking up of a morning and just being like, why are you doing this, lad? You know what I mean? Like, just fucking go home, lad. Like, what are you, like, I've got me ma. I've got me ma, me nan. Got fucking everyone that loves me, lad. You know what I mean? Like, basically just saying to me, like, lad, you've done it, lad. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you've done what you set out to do. In a sense, you've gone over there. You've proved that you can do it. You've proved everybody wrong. You've proved yourself wrong. Like, please just get on a plane and come home. You know what I mean?
Sound, lad, it's hard. It's hard. Take your time.
And lad, I just switched, lad. I was just, what they done to me become my motivation, lad. Do you know what I mean? And I just thought, fuck yous, mate. Yous aren't stopping me from doing this. There's no one on this planet that's stopping me. Lad, I had $17 in my bank, lad, yeah, and I had 1,000 miles to walk. And I thought, you know what? Let's go.
Let's do it.
You know what I mean? I had like 36 rashers of bacon, about 12.
You counting as well.
Lad, I'd sectioned them into days and everything, lad. I had a carton of egg whites, which I didn't even know existed, lad, yeah.
Hey,
Oh, you love them.
I'm on there.
Love
Shout
them,
out
love
2
them.
chicks, egg whites, baby. 2 chicks, egg whites. I am on them every day.
Lad, I had like a few little bits of scraggly bits of fucking uncooked pasta and that left, and probably a few bits of like hotel food from like 2 or 3 days before with a little bit of fungi on them building and that, like, and tissues in the bottom of my bag and that. Lad, I was finding blueberry muffins from like 5 days ago and that, lad, and just nailing it, lad. Don't give a fuck.
But
Just,
it's deeper for you though, isn't it?
lad, well deeper,
Because
lad. It's,
You spoke about your friend when you were 14,
yeah.
which I think subconsciously is probably a massive part of you thinking, fuck this.
Yeah,
I'm not letting go of this. I'm doing this.
You need to get
yeah,
it done for
lad,
mental health, do you know what
I
mean?
feel like for all the lads and that by ours, like, it was a big turning point in a lot of people's life, lad. And I'm speaking from my personal opinion, like, but, like, we were only, like, me and my mates were obviously only 14. He was a couple of years older than us, and, like, all his mates, and, like, he was just a good kid, lad, you know what I mean? He was just, and it was more just the shock, you know what I mean? It was just out of nowhere, and then, like, obviously, it just sort of, like, that's where, for me, it sort of just started happening, you know what I mean? And it was just like, boom, 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 the next one, and it was just like, and like, obviously, I'm 28 now, lad, 14 years later, lad, and I've lost, like, I think 9 of my mates. Whether they've been me very good mates or me mates, do you know what I mean? 9 people, lad, by 28, lad, and that's just not good enough, lad. You know what I mean? We live in a country where, You know, like the NHS and like everything, lad, it's very good. Like, you know,
There's actually there's outlets out there. There's places where you can. You
yeah,
know what I
like
mean?
shout out all the mental health gaffs. Obviously, James's place. There's too many to mention. I don't really want to say them all and leave any out.
We have put some in the description.
Yeah, there's
with
some.
numbers.
So there is some down below if you are experiencing any sort of mental
And
health
obviously
or
the Samaritans
illness.
as well. And I just want to touch on this as well, just dead quickly. Obviously, I can't be out here like a men's mental health advocate yet, trying to push shit, trying to make other people happy and that yet. Like, you've got to be happy within yourself. And obviously, lately, I haven't really been because a lot of shit going on to do with, like, this, basically, just the trauma, like, from everything, you know what I mean? And this is the first time I've actually sat and, like, spoke to people, you know what I mean? Like, I've mentioned, like, obviously little bits, but no one knows nothing, lad. And, like, I just feel like if anyone's got any links to anything, yeah, like, to raise awareness, like ITV, BBC, anyone that wants to try and, like, actually help people in this country, men, women, both, or everything, whatever you may identify as, everybody gets mental health, yeah? And, like, we really need to, like, actually do something about it, because saying, like, message me this, you know, get on me, it's not enough. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not enough. Like, I struggled with it, to reach out to people, to message, to this, to that, the other, and, like, I've struggled for a few years, you know what I mean? And, like, probably everyone has, do you know what I mean? Lots of people, and, you know, like, there's just not enough getting done, so I really want to make something about the trip to America, do you know what I mean? So, if anyone watching or anyone knows, like, any producers or anyone, any videographers, to do, like, a little documentary, something like that, anything, just for the fact of the awareness around the situation and what happened to me. These could still be out there doing this to someone else right now. Do you know what I mean, lad? And, like, I don't want no one ever to be in that situation. Do you know what I mean? I was 4,200 miles away from home with not a penny. And I had to just get it down, lad. I had to just do it. And I met two women in Memphis, and they basically took me down Memphis. And Julie, you definitely deserve a shout out in this, because they saved me life, lad, to be honest with you. I really didn't know what I was going to do, lad. And they took me down Memphis, give me the proper Tennessee experience, barbecue grill, everything, lad. Unbelievable briskets, all crazy.
You make me hungry. I'm gonna end up.
Oh my God, Uber Eats brisket now.
Let's go.
But yeah,
Yeah, you can pay for mine as well.
Yes, they took me round, and basically this is the turning point in it all, lad. I basically had a dilemma, lad. I've got 800 miles to walk. Yeah, I've got 26 days or something to do it.
Yeah.
And it's took me 38 or something to get to where I am, 1,000 miles now. The math weren't mathing, lad. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the last 500 miles, I was supposed to pedal. He was supposed to buy me an electric Tesla bike to pedal the rest to make up the time. So I'm like, what do I do? I'm never going to make it. And as soon as I go through there over that bridge now, I'm on my own.
Yeah.
I'm with two people, and she basically said, you're not crossing that bridge. I can't let you do it.
Can't let you do it because it's.
She said, I know what's the other side. There's nothing for a long time. Do you know what I mean? She's like, we'll go on the bus station, and I'm putting you on a bus, and I'm getting you as close as I can to Brownsville, to where there's civilization. And I'm just like, not a chance. Do you know what I mean? This is a woman, lad. I'm a proud man. You know what I mean? Of being brought up by women, lad. I respect, lad, and I respect my situation as a man, you know, and I respect women. And this is a woman saying to me, basically, like me mum at the time, look, it's not happening. I'm not going home tonight to my bed and knowing you've gone on that mission. Let me just pay for a little bus to get you a little bit closer, so you've made a bit of time up. But then it's me pride, lad. It's me pride. I'm like, but then I haven't done it. Do you know what I mean? I haven't completed it. I haven't walked 2,000 miles then. Do you know what I mean? And then it was just sort of like in the moment, and it was just like, but what if you don't get to there? What if you don't get there? the realization and the like set in of what I was actually in the middle of doing.
And that's a real
Stuck
possibility.
between a rock and a hard
I-
place because you like you want to get you want to do it, you want to get it done, but also you might not even get there.
Lad, it was a matter of life or death, lad. It was literally a matter of life or death, lad, and I made the fucking right decision. You know what I mean? And it could have really, really went very, very wrong, lad. If I went across that bridge, and like it was literally no man's land. And if you go on Google Maps, type in Arkansas Bridge and zoom out from the beginning of Arkansas or Arkansas, however you say it, yeah. There's just, if you go on a path, on a route from that bridge to SpaceX in Texas and just follow the route, it's days of walking, lad. 3 days of just straight walking with hardly anything. And like, I literally had 2 days maybe max worth of food and like not a bottle of water, nothing, no money. They were gone. I couldn't even contact them. Do you know what I mean? And I was in their car and like, she just said, we're going to the train station. I mean, we're going to the bus station. And yeah, she ended up paying $189, bro. $189 for me to get on the bus, bro. And basically we were at a screen and she's like, where do you want to go? And basically it was like Texas, skip Arkansas and Louisiana, get to Texas. At least you're in Texas.
Yeah, at least
you can walk Texas then in the fucking 26 days or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So she's like, it was like something stupid for like $250 or something to get to Dallas or Houston, one of the others. And I was just like, you're not a chance. Do you know what I mean? And I think one of the cheapest ones was San Antonio. Shout out San Antonio, my second home. Yeah, it was $189. So, Julie, from me and my family, thank you very much. Because you probably did save me life, girl. I know you know that, but thank you. You deserve the recognition. And then I got on a bus. And they're called Greyhounds, lad.
And the buses are?
Yeah, the Greyhounds. They're like the long distance buses, lad. And if you can't get on one when you're in America, I'd stay far away from them, like so.
Right. Well, shit.
Are they like the Flixbus of
the
America?
one I was on was basically a bando on wheels, lad.
Get it?
And for people who don't know what a bando is, it's a crack house. Yeah, and it was crazy. I didn't want to go to sleep. I didn't want to put my bag under the bottom.
Other people on it?
Stop. It was going to the Mexican border, the bus, bro. It was going 200 miles from the Mexican border, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm just a skinny little gringo on the back of this bus, lad.
Skinny little gringo.
You know what I mean, lad? And like, lad, swear to God. So I'm got to this bus, and somehow it was cheaper to go further past. So I got off in Dallas, got my bag on, and I had to change and get on another bus. So I'm waiting for this other bus now. It was just chaos, lad. I went for a walk around Dallas, come back, got on this bus. I'm on my way now back to San Antonio. Now I've just been in -17, bro. Yeah, got on this bus. Travelled for like however long it was. Got off the bus and it was like I landed in Barbados. Lad, I was dripping wet. So it was just tumbleweed town, lad. It was called San Antonio, Texas. Shout out to all my guys in San Antonio as well. Roberto has got to get the biggest one, Roberto. Smoking llama. If anyone's ever in Texas, this is big. If anyone's in Texas, yeah, get to Smoking llama and say my name round Roberto, and you'll be very, very, very well looked after. He'll put you up. He's already told me he'll put anybody up he wants to go over. Wants to go and visit the man, the legend himself that saved Boz's life, la.
What's Smoking Llama then?
Smoking Llama's a cannabis shop. I can say that because it's legal over there, you know. Well,
No, it's fine.
actually, it's a CBDA shop. He
Right.
doesn't sell cannabis. He does not sell cannabis. He sells cannabinoid, or THCA it's called. Anyway, I've been stumbling from there. I got off and it was like I was in Spain, but
Well hotter.
well hotter and a lot more beautiful, lad. It was like a Spanish part of Texas, lad. It's like like the Mexicans. It's like 280 miles from the Mexican border. So it's like
that culture.
everyone speaks Spanish there and that. You know what I mean? It's all like the Mexican culture and.
Which is weird because when you think about Texas, you think the complete opposite.
Exactly.
Like the most American
Cowboys,
thing.
but that's Dallas and that. You know what I mean? I was like literally, there's the Mexican border, and I was there. You know what I mean? And it was just like, how am I here? You know what I'm saying? So basically, lad, I've got off there and just started walking because me mission was then to get to the opposite side of San Antonio, book a room, which people were donating to me, lad. Yeah, I'd have people message me and ask me where I am, and like ask me if they can book a room and that for me. Certain people done it, lad. Unbelievable, lad. I got messages from people asking me to stay in the gaff, do food for me, but I was just on a mission that I had to get there. Do you know what I mean?
So the crazy thing about the story really is that you invested your life into a company who was supposed to invest back, pulled the investments, and actually the people of the world then invested in you.
Saved me, lad, basically.
That's literally you went to save the world and the world saved you.
Yeah.
You went to...
You set out on a mission.
And they were called Save Our World as well, funnily enough. So, so they were called Save Our World. I went to save our world and the world saved me.
Funny little circle of events, isn't it?
And then mental health that you were trying to show to the world, you ended up enduring because of the charity, which ultimately caused
the whole scenario.
I mean, I'll just shake your hand now because
thank you very much.
Crazily brave
to
do it.
And but it was crazy.
Tell us about the end then. What the end
so basically, I stayed with my very good friend, Mr. Roberto. I walked into this coffee shop, what we'd call a coffee shop, Amsterdam and that, but walked into this, just seen, I was just lost, basically. I should have been on the road to the left, the block to the left, as the Americans would say. And I was walking down, and I was basically, the blue line was there, and I was on that street, so I was just following it. I was on my phone, looked up, and there was just this green hut, like a little small building. And it had a weed sign and a llama smoking a spliff. And it was bright green, and I just thought, oh my God, I'm going in there to sit down, mate. So I've gone in there, opened the door, just went, yo, it was empty. And Roberto, top man, stood behind the counter, just goes, yo, brother, come in, sit down, bro. Sat me down. I said, bro, I've just purchased something a little bit further up the street there. And it was dead. You know what I mean? It's no good. Can't do nothing with it. So we went, bro, sit down. I'm about to blow your brains out. That he done. He blew my brains out.
That was going to be my next question.
He hit me up with all cannabinoids and all drops and all bits of all madness and all shit. I've just been like, oh, shit, which is what I needed at the time. To be honest with you, we've ended up sitting there. He couldn't believe what I was doing and where I'd walked from and all the rest of it. Everyone was mesmerised. And I basically said, I'm going to have to go. And he was like, because it was getting dark and I was in the middle of the city. And you can't just pitch your tent up in the middle of the city, bro, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he goes to me, lad, you're not going nowhere, lad. Why don't you just put your tent in my back garden on the little patch of land in the back? You can camp out there if you want. And I was like, lad, are you like, fucking hell, like, are you sure? You know what I mean? Thank you very much in that.
And then being on a random street, isn't
it? So anyway, I was like, obviously over the moon. We've got talking a lot more. And basically, he just cracked a beer open and was just like, you need one of them. Let's have a beer. We ended up getting drunk. And he ended up saying to me, you're not staying outside in the back garden like a dog, lad. You're joking. You deserve more than that. You're going to stay on that couch right there. The man went to bed. Let me just, for all you people out there, these people who... This man had met me, maybe 3 hours, He gave me a couch to stay inside the weed shop with every single gram of weed in a jar, open. and out
And I know
for any access. I
you
could have done anything, yeah. I could have emptied the contents of the backpack, yeah, and filled it with everything and just dusted. And he went to bed after, we were obviously very drunk. Early hours in the morning, he went to bed. I got on his couch and fell fast asleep. Woke up in the morning, and that's when they'd sold the meme coin. And I was like, shit, they're gone forever.
That's it.
I've got no contact. That's when the last time I had contact.
You're hanging out your ass as well.
And I had not, and I had drank about 12 beers the night before, and had a whole load of medicine, and I was rough as toast on the couch. Went on me meme coin thing, because there was no Telegram chat. The Telegram chat with like 700 people who were invested in it. Gone. Our group chat, gone. My messages, gone. Everything gone. And I was just like, just looked up, looked around me, and there was just a gaff full of weed. Like, yo, Roberto. And he's like, help yourself, brother. Lad, I never even met the guy, lad. And it ended up, long story short, I ended up working to stay in his gaff. The guy give his bed up. Yeah. Give me his bed for about 12 nights. Went into the spare room in his own gaff so I could sleep in his comfortable bed.
Wow.
Basically, the hospitality was unbelievable. Shout out Star as well. Absolute diamond. Making me breakfast, lad. I was like a king, lad. Getting served all crazy American breakfast, all peanut butter jellies and all that of a morning.
Bacon and pancakes.
Bacon and pancakes, bro. And lad, I was in the Mexican part of fucking town, lad, weren't I, lad? And there was a gaff over the road, and oh my god, unbelievable. Mexican quesadillas, tacos. Oh,
you make me want to buy an Uber Eats
again,
catfish. Lad, what you doing?
Ended up, lad, he was taking me out for meals of a night to eat proper scran, to show me around San Antonio. Took me out clubbing. That went down very well. Yeah, it was unbelievable, that, to be honest with you. It was sick.
Hey, I tell you what, a bad experience is just to go, woo, you have the best time of your life.
Lad, but it was like, I literally had one pair of boxies, one pair of socks, yeah.
No, you had two pairs of boxers, because you can go inside out, lad. You know this. Inside out, back to front twice.
Well, in that case, I had 4 pairs of boxies then, because I was accommodating for that. So I had 2 pairs of boxies with 4 uses. I had 1 pair of socks, and they were sealskins. Oh no, 2 pairs of socks, and they were both sealskins, waterproof socks that absolutely make your feet sweat. And it was like 28, 30 degrees every day. So I ended up looking like a white essay. With all white socks and all Roberto's grip on, and then obviously my main man Roberto took me to the bus station. Got a bus to Brownsville, because let me just throw this in here as well. Elon Musk was given loads of trouble at the time to all like the Mexicans weren't really like getting very good like stick at the time. They were getting stick at the time, do you know what I mean? And everyone where it was in San Antonio and when I'm telling them I'm going to Brownsville, they're saying that will not go down well at all. You're white. And you've got Elon Musk's 5 companies all over your back.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, okay, so what? And they're like, I wouldn't go. And I'm like, well, that's where I need to fly from. And they're like, well, the airport's absolutely tiny, by the way, as well, and shuts at, like, what I didn't know that then, but what I found out when I got there, it shut at 12 o'clock. I had to sleep outside on the grass and that. You know what I mean? Because it was, like, literally an airport with fucking propellers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No Jet 2 holidays and all that, lad.
No,
it was like, it was literally wooden planes.
Where's Jess Glenn when we need her?
Yeah, lad, and I was, so, obviously, I got off at the bus station and just marched. It was about a 4-hour walk, I think, from the bus station to the airport, if I remember correctly. And I was a day early. It was like, I think my flight was in like 26 hours or something stupid like that. Do you know what I mean? And got there, lad, and it was absolutely baking hot, roasting hot. And I just thought, you know what? I got, like, as I was coming up this road, lad, it was like, lad, it was, I've never in my whole entire life, and I don't think I ever will ever again, feel anything like it, lad.
Yeah.
As I just come up over this horizon I had no top on, I was burnt to a crisp, and I just seen the airport, and I was in the middle of the road, and I just dropped to my knees, and I was like, oh my fucking God, I'm going home. I've done it.
That's when when you've got that video and you get your top off and that.
Yeah, lad, I was live. I went live because I didn't really want to, lad, because I
remember that. I literally remember that.
I didn't really want to, but I thought that's what got me through going live and having people, like, even like me mates who were dickheads, lad, just like taking the piss and that. Do you know what I mean? Like, do a backflip, Boz.
Them home comforts that you want.
Do you know what I mean, lad? Every single day, me mate Sea-Dog and Cubby and all the lads, lad, on me lives, like, Boz, do the worm, lad. I'm getting down doing the worm like a dickhead. And, do you know what I mean, lad? And it was them, like,
Can
just
you do
random.
A backflip? Can you do a backflip?
Probably not now, lad.
Come on, get on the table now. Do a backflip.
Nah, lad, definitely not, lad. I mean, that right knee is 97 on Monday and my right hip's 42 on the weekend, lad. You know what I mean? I'm finished now, to be honest with you, lad. All the right-hand side of my foot there is still numb from the fucking thing. I can't feel my right toe on my right foot, lad, or nothing, lad. It's fucking...
I just want to ask, is that why your dog started limping when you got home?
Oh, yeah.
That's one of my favourite videos, that.
Yeah, that's great.
Dog just mocking you.
That was like that, and then I went to football 3 nights after I got home. I think I got home on the Saturday or something, and I went to play football on the Monday. And I think I was on the pitch about 3.5 minutes, lad. Didn't even have the ball.
That's a long time, that, by the way. 3.5 minutes is a long time.
Lad, I didn't even have the ball. Hey, Shosnes and Vinny and that, yeah. Hey, listen, I didn't even have the ball. I just went to run off, lad, and just went, snapped my ankle. Good night, God bless. See you later. Ended up sitting on the sideline. Thought I was dead hard. Got back on the pitch. Saved the goal with that foot. Back the other way, lad. So, went home limping, and my dog made a video that ended up going viral.
Yeah.
The irony in this as well, by the way, I'd been walking 2,000 miles across America, trying to go viral to get this charity money to go through the roof and get awareness, I come home, my dog takes the piss out of me, and the video goes viral. 8 million views, lad, 850,000 likes. And I was just like, is that a joke? Like, is that a joke 3 days after? Do you know what I mean?
Still up on your Instagram as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
so if you want to see it, go and see it.
Yeah, go and have a little look.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Just getting mocked by your dog.
Lad, it was funny, lad. She's a little shit, lad.
We've got, I mean, that pretty much sums it up, doesn't it? The full journey and that.
Yeah, fuck you, Mustafa.
I mean, I suppose if there's any...
prick.
Sorry if any kids are watching, but
Sorry, but
I do really need to say this, but Mustafa, Jack Aleche, Mustafa, I don't know your second name and you're lucky. Jack Schizo, Muhammad Aleche, and Sideman. I don't wish bad on anybody, but I really, 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 from the bottom of my heart, hope to God all 4 of yous burn in hell for what you've done. And I really hope nobody ever has to go through that. So, yeah, if anyone feels obliged to share, subscribe to the channel and that, and
we're doing more of these in the future. You can jump
on. To be honest with you, well, part 2 is probably going to be needed.
Well, yeah.
To be honest with you, lad.
We only had an hour today, but we can have another hour.
So, yeah, but I just want to say thank you to everyone that's obviously been from the start to the finish. People who are still messaging me, asking me questions about it. Everyone who donated. Everyone who put me up in America. Everyone, all sponsors. Mind, obviously, keep doing the good work, what you do. If there's anything else I can do to help, let me know. There will be more coming in the future. Obviously, Boiler Base UK. If anyone needs a boiler, finance available. And if you use Backpackboz, he'll give you the £100 off your boiler as well, which is nice of him. So, yeah, if your house is cold and you want it warmer, he's the man. Also, my little mate, John, City of Docks. And obviously CSB scaffolding. Anyone needs any scaffolding work anywhere in the Northwest, let me know.
That's it, mate.
And if you are struggling, speak out.
Definitely
easier said than done, but there is opportunities there. And
yeah, I'm pretty sure if you message any of these guys, message myself, I I know it's a bit of a mad one to say, but just message someone randomly and tell them you feel like shit.
Sometimes it's nice to speak to a stranger.
Definitely. Definitely, lad. But as I say, as always, my DMs are open at all times, day or night. Yeah, and listen, if you are going through shit, honestly, it's just a shit day. It's not a shit life. Shit will get better. And just be kind, man, you know? Just fucking, some people are going through stuff that you'll never know. Like, no one would have ever known the shit I've gone through. Some people do, some people don't, because I'm just this big, happy, smiley boss. But only until, like, probably a week ago, I've got back to normal, and no one would have ever known. So, for the people that know me, and that's just hopefully a little bit of a wake-up call for people to look at. If you think you've looked at me in the last, let's say, 2 months and you've thought I've looked happy, it just shows you. Because I haven't been, and I am, but I am now. I am now. I am now. So yeah, just check in on your peoples, man, and make sure everyone's good. It doesn't take much to be nice, so yeah. Thank you very much for listening, everybody.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you, lad. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for having me, brother. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Backpackboz.
Thank you very much for having for everyone watching and that. Yeah, like and subscribe to the channel. This won't be the last.
This video is actually going to be uploaded as well. So if people want to share it afterwards, I'm going to be getting it and re-uploading it, so it will be out there for the world to see, and we can share that and we can get it out there. And like Boz says, we'll do another one. I'm actually moved into house on Monday. I'm going to be converting my garage into a studio, so we'll have this at home or this set up.
So this is just the start of the shenanigans, people.
And we were very like-minded in the sense of hiking and walking, and that's what we'll do a video. We'll do a few videos. Yeah,
and I've tried to keep it as professional as possible. And obviously, we only had a short amount of time to get it in, so I've tried to get what I can in. Obviously, there's still what I would like to do next time is actually show you with my phone and the content I've got. Pretty much like Joe Rogan's, where it comes up, you know, and you can show them what we're talking about in videos and stuff like that. So shout out Joe Rogan podcast as well. Worth a try, innit?
Please shout us out as well.
But yeah, thank you very much everyone for watching. Thank you for all the support, all the donations.
Yeah,
they'll be back. Also, I just want to quickly touch on something. We are starting a group for anybody at all, male or female. It's gonna be a massive scale of all different things. Walking, running, fell running, days out in the mountains, all free of charge. Everything will be free of charge. Me and all the lads will be putting it together and hosting them. So anybody can come down, anybody at all. And it'll be a good place to network if you've got businesses, stuff like that. And yeah, let's do some crazy shit and run some mountains.
Let's do it, lad. We'll arrange it and we'll get it sorted.
Defo. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thanks for
having
watching.
A nice Sunday.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Boz.
Thank you very much, bro. Appreciate it, lad. Thank you, bro. Thank you, lad.
There we go.
Thank you very much, boys.